Yo, what's up, guys? I am chilling here with my boy Joseph. Joseph, dude, we are going to be talking today about what? What are we going to be talking about, bro?
About how Krystal and I made $100,000 in less than 1 year.
Oh my God. Guys, I'm excited about it. I will see y'all right after the intro, okay? Talk to y'all in a bit.
Started from ground zero, now I'm a legend. You can't keep me away from something I was destined. I've been making moves, I've been learning lessons. I've been breaking bread with all of my best friends. Started from ground zero, now I'm a legend. You can't keep me away from something I was destined. I've been making moves, I've been learning lessons.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Quentin Flores, and I'm here with a special guest who just came in from Tucson, Arizona. Yo, man, for all of my people that aren't watching right now, tell them who you are, bro.
What's good, everybody? Like you said, my name's Joseph Frangos, coming out of Tucson, Arizona, and proud to be in this great state of Texas.
Dude, it's been amazing. I've had the honor of knowing this gentleman. I think I met him almost a year ago when I was speaking at the All In Freedom event, right? So guys, you know, Joseph and his wife, they run a full-blown real estate operation out in Tucson. It's not like insane operation, but it's them two and they're killing it, guys. And yo, like Joseph, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll ask you some questions. Look, man, I'm super excited. I never thought that I'd be interviewing you, to be honest, but you're making some noise in this industry, bro. So I know you got a brand and everything. What is all of that about?
Yeah, so it's true. We started a brand, and our brand is the Legacy Makers. Goes LGCYMKRS. And the vision behind the brand is to leave an everlasting impact on the world, right? The biggest thing behind that for us is we have a beautiful little girl who you know. Her name's Madeline. She's 4 years old. And for me, recreating my legacy, recreating my family's name and what my family stands for, that's up to me, right? Same thing for you. Your legacy is the Flores family. What are you going to do to change it, right? Because the dynamics behind it, it's up to you and me to fix that.
Of course, of course. So, Joseph, I love that. Legacy Makers, guys, make sure you drop them hashtags in the comments. If you're watching this, show my buddy Joseph some love, man. So, bro, where are you from? Like, where did all of this even come from? Guys, if you're watching this video, we're going to get into some details, right? My buddy Joseph and his wife, they made $100,000 their first year in business, and that is phenomenal. I lost $100,000 my first year in business, man. I'm gonna be real. Like I was like running around with a chicken with his head chopped off. I'll tell you right now. But seeing your success and being like front row seats at it has just been nothing short of a blessing, bro. But how did Joseph become the man he is today? Can we go back in time? Can I ask you a little bit about how you were raised, where you grew up? Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in California, specifically San Francisco. Grew up in the Bay Area. Now, that's a long story short, right? Just a young dude, grew up in the Bay. However, I wouldn't be having this conversation without my wife, Krystal. So I got to give her mad props. She's the reason that I am here right now. Without her, there'd be no me. You know what I mean? And it sounds corny, but I mean that from the heart, for real, for real.
Yo, man, we lead with our wives, like right there. They're with the front with us, man. I love my lady too. Shout out to Laura. You know, I know you like in the music and all of that, and I'm your real estate boo, but it is what I am, you know? So that I love it, Joseph. Honestly, man, Krystal's a phenomenal person. I've been talking with Joseph and Krystal for a really long time. You know, sad you're not on this interview. I would have loved to do y'all both, but it's all good. We're gonna make this thing happen regardless, okay? So, Joseph, you grew up in the Bay Area, and then what came from there?
So I grew up in the Bay Area, and I ended up meeting Krystal at church, and she caught my eye. She was like an angel, popped up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, yo, that's a bar. If you're watching this, you meet a girl at church, better say those things.
Yeah, she legit. She popped up in my life, especially in a trying time for me where I needed it. And as soon as I met her, I knew that she was the one. That was the one I was going to marry. So fast forward, we ended up dating. I proposed to her at church. We got married. I joined the Army. And then while we're in the military doing that whole thing, we had a beautiful baby girl, like I said. And Krystal always was interested in real estate. She would always drop little hints. Oh, I like real estate. And I was too focused on what I was doing, right? Trying to be in the military, trying to be a dad, trying to be a good husband, all the things that we have to do. And then we got out of the military. And Krystal finds you.
Oh, wow. Me?
Yeah.
How did you find me? No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Finds your videos on YouTube, and she comes to me one night. She says, hey, I found out about this thing called wholesaling, and there's this guy named Quentin Flores. I think you would really like him. And I'm like, word, okay, I guess, you know, Because when I looked at it, it didn't seem real to me. It seemed so just, this ain't possible. There's no way you can make money doing this.
Yeah.
Then she went to bed, right? I kind of brushed it off, and I studied Q like nobody's business. I legit went through every single video, and I came back to her and I was like, we have to learn this. There's no way that we cannot do this because you and I are a power team. We have to do this. And then, yeah, we found about All in Freedom. I found out you were going to be there. So I was like a little kid. I was like, oh my God, I get to meet Q. I get to meet Q. And that's pretty much how it started, honestly.
Bro, thinking about all of these things, man, I'm telling you, I love doing these YouTube channel video things. It is a pleasure and an honor to do them. I love meeting people. And out of anybody that I've ever had the opportunity to meet, mentor, talk with, Joseph probably has blown the water out of all of them. Joseph and Krystal are phenomenal. It's the most coachable people I've ever met in my life, and they implement so quickly, guys. And you know, dude, it's honor. It's an honor. I really appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you so much. So, you know, it was crazy because when I spoke at that event, for you guys that do not know, we're watching this at the All In Freedom event, right? All In is a company that is based out of Phoenix, Arizona, right? And they asked me to go speak at the event, bro. I legit had an amazing time, and I got a chance to meet Joseph and a bunch of other people that were there. So the fact that this spawns from like a series of events, because even then, you know, that being like a year ago, my business was entirely different, man. And bro, like you guys are now on just like the hugest come up, bro. So you started watching YouTube videos. I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? We started watching YouTube videos, and then from there, you know, what made you want to make the decision to go to the event, and what were your biggest takeaways from attending a wholesaling event?
So the biggest motivation was obviously I need to understand how to do this on a bigger scale, right? I need to learn the fundamentals of wholesaling real estate because that's where we started. So we found out about the event through social media, and Krystal went ahead and she spends so much time researching. Like, I love this woman for that because that's her strength, is just finding information. She finds out about the event. We go to the event, and like I said, Q was there. A lot of phenomenal speakers were there. However, it gave us the foundation we needed, that we really needed to get the business to a point where we were like, okay, we know what to do. Now we just need to take action. And like everybody, when you start off, it's a little rocky. You got to figure out what's the best system, where's the best data, how to do this, how to do that. And we truly were like, okay, hey, we got to figure this out. What's everybody else doing? Let's try to do that in some sort of way. What's the cheapest level of marketing? And we'll mimic it. And so that's what we started to do.
See, that's it right there, guys. That's what I love. So I call myself, in my own right, I call myself a man of many mentors, because I learned from so many people, right? And you know, for me, the best way to learn was to seek out individuals that I liked listening to, that I liked watching. I'm a visual learner. Like, I'm also hands-on, so you got to show me, right? And you know, for me, when I was starting out, that was the best thing for me to do. And for you guys that are watching this right now, don't be afraid to invest and go into an event. I'm telling you guys. How much was the all-in ticket event? 500, 300, something like that?
It was about $300 for both of us.
$300 for both of them to attend this event, guys, and they got so much value from this, right? Number one, I tell anybody that watches these videos, if you cannot invest in your education, you're never going to be able to invest in real estate. This is, without a doubt, the hardest leap that a lot of people have when they try to just go through YouTube University. Seeing is believing for me, right? Because you can watch YouTube land all day. When you went to that event, I mean, what were your biggest takeaways that you applied to your business immediately after that?
So one was obviously understanding my market, knowing my market and the best data to pull. And I got to give you credit, bro, because you broke down data and how to maximize on it.
Yes.
Right? So for us, it was like, okay, great. Q does this. I want to do that. So we took that away. We're like, okay, great. We need to identify data. The other thing was, what can we implement now based off of our current budget? That was bandit signs. Krystal spent hours and hours handwriting bandit signs, and I would go out at night and I would use zip ties and I'd put them on stop signs. Legit, it was insane, but it worked. It's what got us our first deal.
Guys, also, big takeaway from what Joseph just said. I'll just want to edify it because I think it's imperative. know your budget. You cannot go broke trying to get rich. That's the worst mistake that people make at the beginning, right? So they budgeted for this specifically, right? They both have an income. They both are doing something in their lives. They put money aside together as a team to create a plan of action. You can market all day without money. Let's be real. When you budget, though, that's when you truly believe in your business. Because if you're going to put money into something, you know you have faith that it's going to work out, right?
Exactly.
So I love that, bro. I love that. Now, the biggest takeaway from that event being budgeting, being also the new way to look at data, and then some of the connections that you made, right?
Yep.
Let's move on a couple of months after that, bro. So Joseph, let them know what you and Krystal just accomplished.
So Krystal and I accomplished hitting the six-figure club, the $100,000 mark in our business, doing this part-time with a family and everything else going on, just by using everything that we've found out, all the information. It sounds super cliche. Whatever you learn, whatever you ask somebody a question and they respond, such as Q, me asking Q for information, him being willing enough to give me that value for free, and then implementing it, that's what changed the dynamic for us in our business.
I love it, bro. I love it. So the $100,000 mark, guys, like that's just freaking insane. The $100,000 mark. That is not something, I know people that have been in this business that haven't even hit the 10K mark, man. And what do you think separates you from any other individual that's watching this right now? I mean, what would you say that you put into action? What was the plan? How did you guys implement this to hit the $100,000 mark?
So one, obviously taking away the information. Anything you learn and everything you learn, like use it, utilize it. Don't just hold on to it and think it's going to magically grow some plant. You're not going to hit $100,000 by just sitting on your hands and texting and doing this and that and talking about it. The other thing was that Krystal really wanted to maximize on systems because our budget grew. So we're like, okay, now we need to use the money that we've generated to put into our business. That's the one thing I noticed a lot of people don't do, is they don't put it into their business. So, and Q taught us that to reinvest in your business. You have to do that. So we started to do that, implement into data, good quality data. Also, regarding data, use Data Fleet. Like no cap, Data Fleet helped us surpass the $100,000 mark. With that being said, using Data Fleet was go. Using data, using systems, and then being consistent. A lot of people aren't consistent. I've noticed that when people get a big deal or they get a check of some sort, they're like, oh my gosh, I did it. Now I'm going to chill for a little bit because I made $10,000, $15,000, $20,000.
Yep.
It's momentum.
See it all the time, bro.
Right?
People, they get their first check and then they get comfortable. And guys, you cannot get comfortable in this business. If you do, comfortability is a killer. It's a dream killer. And it does feel good to have a wiggle room. It does feel good to just breathe for a second because you've spent this long just to see the outcome, right? But don't stay there. A lot of people, they get in that mode like, man, if I can do this once, I know I'm going to do it again and it's going to happen when I need it. No, it doesn't work like that. You've got to be able to invest into your business, right? Now, for my people that are watching, guys, so Joseph, you said you're in the military, right?
Yes, sir.
How many hours does that take away from your time on a weekly basis?
On a weekly basis, it takes away a few hours. I can't really put too much of a mark on it. I would say about 3 hours a week.
3 hours a week? Okay. Now, you're at the base a lot, right?
I go to the base a lot. I have to do my drill once a month because that's my requirement. And then I do 2 weeks out of the year.
Okay.
And that takes, when it takes me away from the business, it hurts, but I use it for personal development. I'm use the time that I do have and I maximize on that time.
Now, Krystal, she's also a full-time mom, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
Killer mom too.
That's 25/8 from my mothers that are watching this right now. That is the hardest job, right?
Yes.
That is the hardest job. With their schedules right now, what did you guys do to create, to fit a real estate business into that, right? Like who taught you first how to do that, one? Second, what is that process called?
Overall, balancing family. I have to hand it to Krystal. She's a beast as a mother. I mean, Krystal, if you're watching this, I can't emphasize how much love and appreciation I have for you as a husband and as a mother. Like, you are just phenomenal. So I've got to give her that because she spent the time to identify how can we make this business work while I have to take care of Maddie and I got to take care of the house and she's got to take care of me, which is, right, for a wife, it's a lot to take care of her man.
I'm basically a second baby, if you want to get real.
And so that was, for us, she really identified exactly where we were missing, right? The missing link for us. Where was the chain break in our business, and she spent enough time to research exactly where we had to implement certain systems, things that would make things automated.
Yes.
Right, using money from the business, putting it back into it,
Gotcha.
and finding out the things that would work for us, right, amidst everything going on.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
You know what? And that is why women are so powerful, bro.
Yes.
Like, dude, my girl, she keeps me together. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's not part of my real estate business. You're very fortunate. But, you know, I love my wife because she compliments me in every other way, bro. Like, legit, my favorite masterminds, dog, are when I'm just laying on a pillow and we're sharing it together, man. Because that's when we have those deep conversations that make me elevate what I'm doing so that we can both be successful. And she's working on her music career right now, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, guys. As a wife and as a husband, you got to compliment one another, especially if you're in business together, right? Even if you're not in business together, you got to support each other's dreams, okay? Because I'm telling you, man, that energy, it reciprocates into everything else, and it raises incomes. It raises your spirits. It raises your motivation levels, right? And when you get to that point where you're like, okay, this woman, she may not be in the business, or she is in the business, wherever that person is, bro, is going to elevate whatever a man can accomplish, dude. Women are so powerful. So
Yeah.
I love that you credit a lot of that to your lady, right?
Yeah, I have to.
Now, the schedule itself, that was time blocking, wasn't it?
It was. So me being in the military, time blocking is very, very important. For my vets out there who want to get into real estate, use the time blocking skills you obtained in the military and apply it into your business, apply it into your life.
What is time blocking for my people that are watching this, by the way?
So essentially, you look at the 24 hours you have in a day, you look at the schedule that you have to maintain. If you still have a day job, you can time block that. All right, I'm at my job from 8 to 4. I'm at my job from 9 to 5, whatever it may be. That's easy to just say that block of time is gone. However, I can look at the time in the morning that I do have, and I look at the time in the afternoon that I have. Right? And in regards to real estate, for wholesaling especially, you're only allowed to call and text at certain hours of the time. Right? So if you're getting home from your day job at 5 p.m. and you know that it's illegal to call after 8, simple math. You got 3 hours to call, 3 hours to text.
Got to make it count.
You got to do what you got to do, right? If you want to secure the bag, you want to take care of your family, you want to do these things, you have to use the time you have. So for me personally, and for Krystal, I'm the one who wakes up early in the morning. That's my thing. I like to wake up early. I use that time to look at data, maybe stack, maybe do something to analyze how and what I can do later in the day for myself. However, Krystal, when Maddie goes to school, she uses that day to implement new systems, identify any issues, cleans up all our data. She spends all day doing that while I was gone. Maddie's at school, she uses her time. However, she also throws in laundry, everything
Mom stuff, yeah.
Yeah, mom stuff, wife stuff, right? She fits that all in. So I hope that answers your question with time blocking.
No, I love it, bro. I love it. Guys, take away from that, right? Just from what I got. Notice how Joseph wakes up at a certain time, lays the foundation. Krystal then picks up where Joseph left off with whatever foundation Joseph laid. I'm sure they could even switch if needed.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
And then what Joseph did complements Krystal. What Krystal did complements Joseph later on in the day.
Yeah.
I love it, guys. That is what a time block. So what's the difference between a time block and a schedule?
See, a time block is being hard on it, right? I have to wake up at 4. If I do not wake up at 4 a.m., I'm not going to accomplish what I said to accomplish. A schedule, it's a little more lenient.
Yep.
Right?
Think about, I got to reschedule. Yep.
Exactly, right? You give yourself the ability to kind of cop out. It's almost like a cop out.
Yep.
I got a schedule to maintain. No. I time block. It's a block. Think of like when you're driving.
Yep.
And there's a block in front of you. You're not gonna surpass that.
Nope.
Right?
Because freaking A. You can't just pick your car up and levitate it.
Exactly. So think of it in your life. If you block off that time, you tune everything out, phone away, computer away, whatever you got to do, focus on that task. You have to do it. And until that time is surpassed, then you move to the next thing.
Dude, I can't tell you how valuable that is right there, bro. Like, just hearing that, guys, the difference between a schedule and a time block. A time block, you better call the people that you love and let them know that during these hours you are unavailable. And you have to honor this time block. It's not like a schedule, especially when you have a family, especially when you are military, especially when you got someone who's a full-time mommy. During a freaking pandemic, Joseph and his wife were able to hit a six-figure mark in their business. That's something that not a lot of people see, guys. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, so that brings up a good point, right?
Yes.
You bring up family. And being that in real estate, you have to maintain a high level of communication.
100%.
You have a vision for your business. You have a vision for your family.
Yep.
You have to communicate that. For you family members, for you people who have kids, for you, those of you who have spouses, you have someone that you have dedicated your life or your time to, you need to communicate what you're looking to do. You have to. Yep. If you don't align what you're doing with your family, you are not going to succeed. It is impossible. And I tell you from experience, because when Krystal and I didn't communicate that well in the beginning, we were all over the place. But then we identified her weaknesses, my strengths, my weaknesses, her strengths, and they meshed.
Boom,
perfectly.
Guys. Complementing each other, right?
Exactly.
My wife compliments me in a million different types of ways too, man. Like, I love it so much because it's just two different perspectives, but same concept across the board in any area of a relationship, marriage, whatever you have going on, guys. These all require for you to respect each other's weaknesses, understand each other's strengths, so that you can elevate each other as a business, right? So, guys, we know Joseph used Data Fleet, great. What other sources did you guys use? What are the best platforms that, I mean, for someone who's trying to do this and they have a full-blown family, maybe if you're a full-blown in the military right now, right, and you're trying to make this work, what systems and platforms would you recommend for somebody who's trying to get off of the ground on a part-time basis right now to fully maximize that time block? You're creating a time block if you're watching this, all right? I'll drop the time block link in the comment section below.
Yes, time block. When it comes to starting off, we didn't have a big budget. The first thing that comes to mind as soon as you ask that question, PropStream. We used PropStream in the beginning because it gave us the ability to pull leads, it gave us the ability to run comps, and it gave us the ability to stack to a certain degree. Right? And
Which is great. It's great. PropStream is a phenomenal tool. They even have an app now, so that's pretty sweet.
They do. So if you have the opportunity, go check out PropStream. For us, that's what we utilized off the bat. Then we went ahead and used Deal Machine because we're driving for dollars. Again, utilizing the time that we had. Didn't have a lot of it in that time when we started out. So we used PropStream and we used
Deal Machine.
Deal Machine. Yep. And so that's what we started with. So for those of you who have a small amount of time and a small budget, my recommendation to you would be invest in a PropStream. And if you do have the opportunity to go driving for dollars, use Deal Machine.
Yep. And budget, guys. Again, you cannot go broke trying to make this business work. You'll never get off of the ground. So those were literal expenses that we call reoccurring expenses. You have miscellaneous and then you have reoccurring. Miscellaneous is like your direct mail, your skip tracing, the RVMs that you drop, or whatever marketing channel that you're using that costs money for the output, right? Your SMS, your dialer, well, not even your dialer, but your SMS. But when you have subscriptions, that's money that's going to come out of your pocket every month regardless, right? Starting out, to hit the six-figure mark, what was your budget at the beginning and what is your budget now that you have capital? If you don't mind me asking, because this is awesome.
No. So we started out with a budget of about $300.
$300, my dude. Where? Like, how, man?
It's crazy to me to think back to how much we had then and how much we have now. So you asked, right, what our budget is now, and our budget's about $2,300.
$2,300, guys. Let's go. Hold on. Let's go back real fast. What exactly did the $300 a month pay for?
So PropStream.
PropStream. That's 97.
Deal Machine.
$40.
Right, and then skip tracing.
Skip tracing.
That right there took the brunt of everything we're trying to do because we needed good data. I don't want to waste my time because, again, I don't have a lot of time in that moment. I did not want to waste time calling bad numbers.
100%.
Right? Why would I want to do that? And we didn't have a dialer at that time because we couldn't afford it. And so Smile
I remember
and Dial.
the first call, man. It was Smile and Dial. I was like, I remember when we first sat down, and guys, it's crazy because I've been with Joseph and his wife since the beginning, and seeing them grow has been crazy. But the first meeting that we had was like a level 10 meeting, and they were still like on 5 or 6 trying to get off the ground. I had no idea. I'm like, okay, so what's your budget, right? And they're like, $300. I said, what? Okay. Like, all right, so what are we spending right now? Like, what subscriptions are you using? What systems and platforms? And they said, yo, we're only using Deal Machine and PropStream, and we put up bandit signs. I said, dude, what? And they still closed the deal from that, but a lot of that money went to what? It went to like paying off debt and stuff.
It went to paying off some debt. Yeah, I went back to paying off some debt. We had to invest some back into the business, and then of course we had to save some taxes.
Yep.
Right, you got to be smart. Don't blow all that check and be like, "Yo, I'm killing it!" Right?
The mistake that 99% of the community of anything that is business makes.
Yeah, and so that's where we were like, okay. And luckily, Krystal's a G when it comes to finances.
Oh, dude, that's phenomenal.
Right,
That's awesome.
She identifies how much we're spending, and I'm a good numbers guy. I like money, right?
Yep.
So I know how to count it up, and so that's where we were able to balance again, right?
Starting with the $300 budget, guys. Look at the amount. When you're able to create the time block, right? You want to know how to make six figures in your business? Number one, straight from the beginning, this is what I've gotten from Joseph and what I've learned from him. Because my starting out was way different, right? The resources are obviously available.
Yes.
Utilized YouTube and self-educated. That was number one. Now it starts to become real. You go to your first event, it's real. Now you realize that there are people out there that you're not alone and that everybody is starting to jump on this wagon, guys, right? That's 2. 3, understanding what their schedules were. Krystal and Joseph had a specific routine. 4, what was my budget? What is the amount of money that I'm willing to spend? 5, what softwares am I going to implement to expedite this process? And how am I going to go ahead and put these things into action, right? Then the last thing, now, being at where you guys are at now, a $2,300 budget, bro, that's $2,000 more than what you were spending. Can I ask you what that is going toward?
You can, of course. So still using PropStream.
Okay.
We use Data Fleet to pull some data. We're putting we're putting money into a VA now. So we have a VA doing cold calling, which is a huge help, right? Again, using our time wisely.
Exactly.
Man, what else do we put into? See, I wish Krystal was here because she would be like, boom, 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 boom.
All good, all good. We'll probably get Krystal to drop a comment or something on what all those things are. But either way, the point is one amount is going to a salary, increase of skip tracing, increase of quality data, and reinvesting it back into your business to keep this wagon going. While he's been here, guys, for y'all that are watching this, I know he already hit the six-figure club, which is insane. Shout out to my buddy Aaron Bevins as well for being a huge part of that as well, with the accountability and the mentorship and the coaching. We've both kind of been helping out with Joseph and Krystal's business, and it's so amazing seeing how you're just taking bits and pieces of everybody that's running into you and making this happen, man, because that's the greatest thing. Joseph is actually co-hosting with Aaron a mastermind in my office tomorrow. By the time you watch this video, you're probably not going to be able to attend it, but I promise you Joseph is going to be coming back, guys. So, bro, now you're at a point where you're investing in your business to keep things going, and while you're here, how much money did you just make while you're chilling in a freaking vacation, dude?
Yeah. No, so today I got the text from my buyer. We locked him up, so we're going to be netting $21,000.
$21 freaking $1,000, bro. While you're chilling, my guy was we were just eating at the Pancake House, right? And he went to go work out. Somewhere in between that, he locked up 21 G's. That's probably set to close here in the next week or so. A big month to have, guys. So, dude, man, I can't even look, man. I'm just so thankful and so happy to even know you and be involved with what you and Krystal are doing. And I look forward to the growth, man. So, for all of my people that are watching this, bro, what is one solid piece of advice that you can give someone right now who's struggling, who's in his mama's basement, who's trying to figure out how to make this work, who even has a spouse that doesn't believe in them? It's like all this negative is around them, bro. What would you tell that person right now?
Look at what's happening currently in your situation and don't let that define you. Don't let things that have been said over you define you. Don't let things that have happened to you define you. Work on building some affirmations and work on you, because you need to be the best version of you. If you're going to help somebody who needs help, you need to be in a good state of mind. For me, that's what helped me, is knowing, hey, I'm a solid foundation, so I have more of an ability to help somebody and provide a solution to them. That's my biggest thing for people. And taking action. It's super cliche sounding, but it's so real.
It's relevant to everything.
It is.
Know? And I think, guys, like that's the best advice, straight up, yo. And to even throw another cherry on top of it, man. You know, don't doubt yourself and don't hold yourself back, man.
No.
It's you against you at the end of the day, right? If you're going to make this happen, you're going to do it regardless. So you can leave a legacy for you and your family.
Exactly.
Joseph, bro, for everybody that's watching this, man, where can they follow you? How can they get a hold of you?
Nah,
Dude, come on.
appreciate it.
Whatever it is, throw it out there. Give them your phone number if you want.
You guys can hit me up on Instagram. My handle is Joseph_REI_Frangos, Frangos. If you go on to Facebook, it's going to be Joseph Frangos. You can find me on there. Hit my DMs, ask me questions. Again, Q, I appreciate you having me in your office, man.
Dude.
This whole trip of me coming out here to hang out with Q and network, he's taught me so much in the beginning, and to think of where the relationship started to where it is now.
Bro.
It's insane to me. It really is. It's
Dude,
legitimately.
you started watching videos on my YouTube channel? Like, what? And now he's on the YouTube channel. Let's go, bro.
Hey, legacy makers right there.
Legacy makers in the building, guys. Hashtag legacy makers in the comments. Joseph, honor is shared, brother. I am so happy for you, and I'm just so glad that I get front row seats, man.
I appreciate
So,
you.
guys, y'all make sure you follow my boy. I'm going to drop his handle in the comments below. As always, hit the subscribe button, the like button. Love y'all. God bless y'all, and I'll see you guys later.
I want the check.